FC Dallas and Inter Miami. FC Dallas, a 2-0-1 record. They've won 2 of the 3, the other a draw. These teams met on April 8th in Miami. 1-0 FC Dallas. Jesus Ferreira, the lone goal in that match. It was, of course, a very different Inter Miami team. Starting 11s for tonight's match. We'll begin with FC Dallas. Taylor, 2 changes from the team that beat Mazatlan 2-1.
Yeah, I think Jesus and Farfan are going to have their hands full tonight. When Miami has the ball, they can't get caught following runners inside, because then Alba and Yedlin will be on the overlap. Now, can Quignon allow Leggett to get forward at times while keeping an eye on Messi? And the front 3 could be deadly on the counter with Camungo, O'Brien supporting Ferreira up front.
Tata Martino also makes 2 changes from the team in the round of 32 that beat Orlando 3-1. Jordi Alba makes his first start for Inter Miami.
How different is this team than the one that lost to Dallas in April in Miami? Alba makes his first start. That gives Miami 2 fullbacks who will push the tempo in wide areas. Araujo, he's going to stay and allow Yedlin to get forward. Surprising he goes after being stretchered off against Orlando. What's in the tank for him? And I think Gomez could be really good with his energy running around Busquets and in behind Messi.
What does Lionel Messi have in store for act number 4? Underway, the round of 16 in the Leagues Cup. Inter Miami on the road for the first time in the Lionel Messi era, playing at FC Dallas. FC Dallas in their red tops, blue shorts, blue socks. Inter Miami in what is becoming ubiquitous, what is becoming signature, the pink. Bernard Camunga offside. There was a thought, a question, a discussion point in our pregame, Taylor. What would this crowd look like? Sold out in 10 minutes. Tickets normally $40, going for 400 plus to see Lionel Messi. Immediately, first minute, they're chanting his name.
Yeah, but I also think the FC Dallas supporters in the building are definitely want to be known and heard to allow this home team to have an impact in this. And so it's going to be very interesting to feel the environment. And also, I think, to hear the fans grow into the game. I think more importantly for Nico Estevez and FC Dallas, can they have any impact with the ball and have Inter Miami chase this game?
Yeah, you can hear the chants of FC Dallas coming through as well. Maybe an early opportunity for Dallas. Ferreira just wide. Second minute, wonderful chance for Jesus Ferreira.
Yeah, he's the focal point for this team. He's the leading goal scorer from last year, 18 goals. This year, 10 in the MLS regular season. He's not your prototypical 9. He's going to drop off the 2 center backs. So Kristoff and even Kamal Miller, at times you've got to have a touch and an awareness where Ferreira is. He'll pull off of you. Good early opportunity for FC Dallas.
FC Dallas made the round of 16 after defeating Mazatlan 2-1. And the round of 32 finished second in their group, but unbeaten. They drew Charlotte 2-2, lost that match in penalties, and then beat Necaxa 3-0. Inter Miami, of course, 3 wins in 3 in Leagues Cup. First Cruz Azul, then Atlanta, then Orlando City. It is a hot night in Dallas, Texas. Over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, close to 40 degrees Celsius for our global viewers. But it is a dry heat. It is different than what Miami is obviously used to, where, okay, maybe it doesn't get this hot temperature-wise, but with the humidity baked in, it can feel similarly oppressive.
Listen, as an announcer, but even an ex-player, I'll take this over anything we experienced in D.C. at the All-Star game and even South Florida in the first 3 games. I mean, it'll be tested once you get into the game, but the sun is down. I don't think it's going to be as much of a factor as we initially thought it would be. He said it, FC Dallas players said it, but even Tata Martino, while they prepared for the heat, they have an understanding of what it is. I just think it's different playing in South Florida than it is here.
Nico Estevez, FC Dallas's second-year manager. Dallas trying to get Velasco behind. Kristoff unable to clear, even on the second try. Velasco, O'Brien, Quignon, Giovanni Jesus. Oh, what a save! Ferreira puts it in, and the flag
entire pattern of play was brilliant from FC Dallas early on. So much of what they want to do is get Velasco running off of Ferreira. He's going to come from a deep-lying midfield position and try to force Busquets to chase the game. That's how the play starts. So now he's in this position, and the ball's going to recycle to the right back. Now the question is, when this ball is whipped in, is Kamungo in an offside position? The answer is no. When this is headed from Kamungo, is Ferreira in an offside position? And the answer is unequivocally yes.
That is a goal-saving save by Drake Callender, because Bernard Kamungo was onside. Messi trying to get Taylor behind. Taylor up and running. Big block by Jesus. Jordi Alba. Dixon Arroyo over to DeAndre Yedlin.
Well, remember, Atlanta had an opportunity early on in the game. What happened? Inter Miami scored going the other way. Orlando City, same thing.
Inter Miami has not trailed during Leagues Cup. They have not trailed with Lionel Messi on their team.
No, but a real good start from FC Dallas to challenge Tata Martino and his two center backs. So much of that is off the movement of Ferreira and Velasco underneath.
Reunited with Lionel Messi, with Sergio Busquets, with Jordi Alba, where he managed them 2013, 2014 in Barcelona. Also with the Argentinian national team and Lionel Messi from 2014 to 2016. Has called this his most challenging project yet coming to Inter Miami. Well, that challenge has passed with flying colors in his first 3 Leagues Cup matches. Diego Gomez, Robert Taylor, leaving it for Jordi Alba. Back to Lionel Messi! Like clockwork! His 6th goal for Inter Miami, and it's another early lead. The flag has come up late, though, on Inter Miami. They notice it now. We've already had an FC Dallas goal ruled out for offside. It looks like we have an Inter Miami one as well.
But here I was talking about Atlanta United had a chance early on. Inter Miami went the other way, scored. Orlando City, same thing. Watch this movement from Gomez and Busquets. Great movement there. Now the whole game opens up. As this play evolves, the question will be Joseph Martinez. Is Joseph Martinez in an offside position? The answer is yes. Does he play a part in Martin Paz not being able to see the play is the real question, because from this angle, does he play a part in it where the goalkeeper moves, goes the other way? The goalkeeper saw it 100% the entire way. That's where that law is a little too ambiguous for me, because there has to be nuance in understanding whether or not the goalkeeper was affected by that. I'm not totally convinced he was.
That was a perfect look from behind the goal of what Martin Paz was seeing. It's going to video review. Eric Miranda, the video assistant referee, has sent Cesar Ramos to the monitor to take another look at this. Initially disallowed because of offside. Taylor, as you said, the question, does Joseph Martinez affect Martin Paz?
No, he sees it the entire time. And there's been discrepancy in the MLS regular season, especially with the New England Revolution at a couple instances. Actually, one of those was against Inter Miami. Here's his decision. Gives the goal. This is the right decision. There's got to be nuance in understanding how this happens. But my word, talk about taking the energy out of the building with a great run-up and pattern of play with Gomez and Busquets getting their attackers in behind. Oh, yeah. 6 minutes in, he's got his 6th goal for Inter Miami.
It's the same script. An early goal within 10 minutes for Lionel Messi and Inter Miami.
So good from Gomez. So good to get into the hole. Now guess whose left foot is on the left side? His best friend from La Masia, his best friend from Barcelona. 23 assists on Lionel Messi's goals at Barcelona. His first start, his first hit with Lionel Messi. Dear Lord, here we go again.
You said it. Atlanta had a chance. Saved by Drake Count. Cruz Azul had chances for the whole first half. It seems like you have to play perfectly against Inter Miami because one opportunity for Lionel Messi, one goal. He has come to Inter Miami, and it has been spectacular. Can Dallas respond? Orlando did. They scored 10 minutes after conceding. Messi tried to nutmeg Velasco, gets it to Gomez. Quignon does well to take it away for FC Dallas. And O'Brien. That was clean, says Cesar Ramos. Ibiaga to Kamunga. Defended by Jordi Alba. Takes it away. Robert Taylor to Lionel Messi.
The thing what you don't understand, and it's so little and it's into the weeds, but I think the viewers will appreciate what Lionel Messi talked about with Jordi Alba, is that he's left-footed. Messi's left-footed. They see the game the same way. But Messi's coming off the right side. So what does that mean, Jake? Every time he's running onto the ball, his favored foot is the one that Jordi Alba sees because he's seen left-footed. It's little things like that that allow a player and a ball to be whipped in first time, struck first time. Everything has to be perfect timing-wise, and it was on Miami's goal.
Dallas through Kamunga. Velasco tries to draw a foul. He does. And FC Dallas will have a real dangerous free kick.
Well, I asked the question in the pregame, the 21-year-old from Independiente, would he be up for the moment? Velasco's been all over the field early on. He's been challenging the two center backs, running into the seams. He's been playing into the pockets, just a pest early on here. FC Dallas unlucky to not have the first goal of the game, but what I've seen 11 minutes in from this man, Velasco's up for it tonight.
This has been a tournament of wonderful free kick goals from Argentine specifically. Messi, Emmanuel Reynoso, Lucas Celerán on his departing act in Columbus.
This is the area where Velasco fancies himself, so Drake Calendar's got to be very quick to react and not give away his post here until the ball is struck by Alan Velasco.
Velasco over the wall and just wide. He knows he was close.
This is close. This is close. Drake Calendar knew it. So did the wall from Inter Miami with pace bending just wide. But how about that early on from Velasco? I like the system tonight from Nico Estevez. More of a 4-2-3-1, allowing Velasco to really float, find the game, almost play at times as a second forward.
Alan Velasco is the most expensive player in FC Dallas history, reported $7 million transfer fee from Independiente in Argentina. From Buenos Aires, 21 years old. Sharing a field now with the idol of any Argentinian. Velasco said before this game, it'll be an unforgettable experience for me. The first time I get to see him in person. The competitor in him, though, comes out in these moments. Velasco turning. Looking for Kamungo. Jordi Alba there. Kamungo takes it away. Player who made this team, made the reserve team through an open tryout, grew up in a refugee camp in Tanzania till he was 14, taking it off of one of the best left backs in the history of the game. Jordi Alba sends it forward. Joseph Martinez. Ibeagha gets it to Leggett, right to Busquets. Marco Farfan stepping forward. O'Brien's going to get on it for Dallas. Farfan. O'Brien. Busquets back to Kristoff, sends it clear. And Cesar Ramos calls a foul against Hader O'Brien.
Well, let's go back to the goal because it's the movement from Lionel Messi deep. So now all the players are caught ball watching. All the players are aware of the runners inside the 18. And so he comes late. Remember the goal against Orlando City? It was a late run, not a late strike. Robert Taylor clipped it over. But so many of his goals is about timing, but finding the space where everyone else is not. He may walk more than any player in the world, but he kills you more than any player in the world because between the ears, he's a step ahead of everybody else.
6 goals now, drawing level atop the Leagues Cup Golden Boot race with Bonglohukle Honwane of Minnesota. He scored in the 8th minute against Atlanta, his first start. He scored in the 7th minute against Orlando, his second start. He scored in the 6th minute tonight. As Joseph Martinez is taken down, and an early yellow card to Nkose Tafari.
Yeah, but Tafari is arguing that's his first foul, but this is unnecessary. And the last thing you want to do as a center back, it's a late challenge in from where the referee is. He sees you coming from behind through Joseph Martinez. First foul or not, now as a center back, you're 16 minutes into the game. You're going to be chasing Inter Miami a lot around the field. Now you've got to have in the back of your mind a second yellow possibility.
Messi looking for Robert Taylor. Sebastian Ibeagha is there. Tafari. Ferreira gives that away. Right to Robert Taylor. Sergio Busquets. Messi. Martinez. Tries to pop it back out. Broken up by Quignon. Ferreira back to Farfan.
Velasco's had himself a half. Dear Lord.
Nutmegs. Yedlin comes forward.
Kid's putting on a show tonight.
Slides it for O'Brien. Back to Velasco. Jesus Ferreira has time. Wanted him to shoot here at Toyota Stadium. Puts it into the corner for Giovanni Jesus. Quignon for Velasco. Yedlin had to intervene. He did. Corner coming for Dallas.
The good spell of possession from FC Dallas. Difficult for DeAndre Yedlin. Thinking O'Brien's going to be the man he needs to mark, but Velasco floating to this left side in behind. Good on DeAndre Yedlin to beware of that space in behind him. That near post where Joseph Martinez is extremely important for Inter Miami defending here.
Velasco serves. Strong defensive header from Arroyo. Farfan pops it back in. Callender will settle.
I mean, it's a little thing, it's a subtle thing, but Drake Callender and Inter Miami, not a single player on the post defending that corner.
Messi. Arroyo. Martinez. Gomez. Thinking about it. Sending it over and into the crowd.
Well, Kremaski found himself growing into this, right? The first game he struggled against Cruz Azul, Atlanta, and Orlando. He grew into it. Now he's heavy-legged, so Tata Martino wanted to bring in Gomez, who very briefly against Orlando City, you saw the ball hawk. I think he had 2 giveaways, a yellow, but nothing was shy from him. He was up for it. Tonight he's been very, I would say, disciplined with his movement and understanding, and we all saw the goal. The goal comes off of him being in the right spot to allow Busquets to play him to get Alba going forward.
There was no easing into it in his 26 minutes against Orlando.
No, he ran through a wall, kicked everyone around him, and said, I'm here.
Forward to Martinez. Tafari steps up for Dallas. Draws a foul from the aforementioned 20-year-old Diego Gomez. Paraguayan under 22 initiative signing for Inter Miami. That means his transfer fee won't count towards the salary cap. Signed 3 players in that manner in this transfer window. Facundo Farias and Tomas Aviles still in Argentina. Tata Martino told us he expects them here maybe a week, week and a half, 2 weeks from now. Velasco goes down. Cesar Ramos says play on. Diego Gomez over to Robert Taylor.
You know, I told you the weather wouldn't be a factor. I don't think it has been for the players on the field. It may be, though, for the fans. It is warm here, and yet there's not a huge ambiance until either team gets into the final third. But when they're in the middle of the field, there's not a ton going on in the building, and so that's where the weather can impact whether or not FC Dallas have any home field advantage tonight.
Over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, close to 40 degrees Celsius here in North Texas. August in Texas, this is something that Major League Soccer veterans and players are used to. It was the first taste for Lionel Messi.
Yeah, and at times, I can tell you through experience, there's going to be a blood rush to the head, and you're going to have challenges and decisions that leave you scratching your head at times because it is so hot. I just think from what we've seen 22 minutes in, the game's being played at a high level from both sides.
2 good early chances for FC Dallas within the first 5 minutes. A Jesus Ferreira header just wide. Drake Callender making a fantastic save on Camungo. Jesus Ferreira putting in the rebound, but he was offside. And then 1 minute later, Lionel Messi scores his 6th goal and gives Miami a 1-0 lead. Here is Camungo, came off Kamal Miller, shouts for a handball. Not given. Flicked on by Quignon and the Callender.
What a bad giveaway that was, though, from Inter Miami.
Robert Taylor after Jesus intervening. Jesus takes it away. Camungo. Marco Farfan returning after missing the match against Mazatlan with muscle soreness. Farfan. Velasco. Farfan. O'Brien trying to get there, and we fouled Sergei Christoph in the process.
Yeah, but that's better from Christoph. Early on in this game, he wasn't tracking runners well, especially those that are a little bit quicker off his shoulder. We saw the header early on from Ferreira. That was off of Christoph, not being able to find him when the ball's in wide areas. That doing a better job with O'Brien.
This is a giveaway from Gomez. O'Brien, Ferreira. Can Dallas take advantage? Velasco. Farfan. Quignon. Jordi Alba knocking it back to Drake Callender. Encouragement from the 34-year-old Jordi Alba on his Inter Miami first start. 26 minutes as a substitute against Orlando. Tata Martino bringing him in from the beginning today. Yedlin coming forward. Still DeAndre Yedlin. Tafari defending. Yedlin goes back to Busquets. Lionel Messi. Jordi Alba. Joseph Martinez. Alba, Messi. Martinez. Broken up by Dallas. Taylor back on it. Leaving it for Jordi Alba. Lionel Messi. Trying to get it to Martinez. Read well by Facundo Quignon. The offside flag comes up on Inter Miami, and we've reached the hydration break in this first half. Here is how this match began, with a fury. FC Dallas thought that they opened the scoring. 5 minutes in, it was ruled out for offside.
Yeah, first off, great save from Drake Callender, but that is the right call, because when Kamungo headed it, Ferreira was in an offside position. That's why the referee saw what he did, raised his flag. But how about the initial save from Drake Callender? We talked about it in the pregame. He's got to come up with 1 or 2 moments. He came up with 4 or 5 against Cruz Azul. But if you do not put pressure on Busquets, then Gomez is going to find those pockets. Alba's going to get in behind. Left foot to left foot, brain to brain. Great goal from Lionel Messi off the ball from Jordi Alba. It needed VAR to come in, but Joseph Martinez celebrating with Messi. In the blink of an eye, if they don't get you, they will hurt you very quickly.
1-0 Inter Miami at the hydration break of the first half. It's a hot one. It's hot down there, but Katie Witham and Mo Edu are on the sideline.
Yeah, guys, look who I found. And we can tell you that Miami right now, they have their ice vests out. They're putting them on. Mo immediately was like, oh,
give me one.
I want one of those. On Dallas's side, they're old school. They're using those cooling towels. They're putting them all over their body. But Mo, when I spoke with Dallas's training staff, specifically Jesse Ramirez, he said in a match like this, players lose 5 to 7 pounds of body weight because of, you know, just sweating it out so much. What is this like right now as a player, and is this an advantage, having this hydration break?
Well, you see both sides. The players are getting instruction from the coaches. They're hydrating, which is so important in these kind of conditions. But I think it's also nice because both teams in this early stage have committed so much energy. FC Dallas have come out. They're not allowing Inter Miami to have the freedom that we've seen in previous games. They're pressing them high up the pitch. So this break comes at a nice time for both teams to regroup and figure out a way to finish off this half in the right way.
Okay, you've talked a little bit about what you've seen from both sides. Get me what you want to see from both Miami and FCD.
Much more the same. From a neutral standpoint, this has been fun. Inter Miami, it's crazy how quickly that connection between Jordi Alba and Messi came to fruition and lead to that goal. And then from an FC Dallas standpoint, I appreciate that Nico Estevez has his team playing their brand of football. They haven't shied away from trying to be clever in possession. Alan Velasco, you heard Taylor and Jake talking about it on the call. He's relishing these moments, finding some good spots, but can they just be a little bit more clinical when they get into the final third?
It's not bad being down here on the sideline. Stick around with me, will you? Jake Taylor, back up to you guys.
Hey, it's under 100 degrees now, it looks like. Hey, bring a cooling vest up for us, Mo, at halftime. How about that? 1-0 Taylor as we reach the hydration break for Miami. What have you seen in this first half hour?
I think Velasco's been really, really good. He's been up for the moment, but more so between his ears. He's been very dynamic in asking questions of Busquets. And if Busquets is not going to follow him, he's going to find space. Ferreira's had 2 opportunities. One called back, on offside and the other one just wide. So they've found themselves in good spots, especially when the ball gets wide, delivering a dangerous ball in the final third. But it's been one chance, one opportunity for Miami, and it's 1-0.
That's been kind of the story, hasn't it, right? 8th minute against Atlanta, 7th minute against Orlando, 6th minute today. You can't give Miami a chance, especially Lionel Messi. He's going to score. And you probably have to take your chances that you create to try to put Miami on the back.
It's more of the latter, right?
Yeah.
You've got to be more efficient with the opportunities you get. You will get opportunities against this team coached by Tata Martino because he's going to leave them in vulnerable positions at times. You've got to be efficient when you're in those spots.
This is the first match of the round of 16 in Leagues Cup. The only one tonight, 3 more tomorrow, 4 on Tuesday. And tickets are still available for those Leagues Cup round of 16 matches. For more information and how to get tickets, go to leaguescup.com/tickets. Really good matchups, including a Clásico Regio in Houston, Tigres and Monterrey. Philly hosting the New York Red Bulls. LAFC hosting Salt Lake. America at Nashville. Winner of this match faces the winner of Houston and Charlotte, which is played tomorrow. A little bit too far from Ibeagha for Giovanni Jesus. Look, in Miami, it was Celebrity Central down on the pitch. Tony Romo, former Dallas Cowboy quarterback, now CBS commentator in the house to watch Lionel Messi in his backyard. It is going to be that type of show as Lionel Messi travels around the United States, around Canada, over the next 2.5+ years.
My favorite part to the media member, Tony Romo, is media member Tony Romo saying he's not doing interviews when he goes to an FC Dallas game.
I mean, he learned from the best. You golf with him, right? I assume we got that from you.
I'll talk to anyone, including just myself.
Giving away. Messi with Martinez to his left. Messi coming around to far right. Lionel Messi to Joseph Martinez. Big save. Martin Paz. And the offside flag does come up in the end.
And Joseph Martinez knows it because he knows that with all the attention on Messi with the ball at his feet, back giveaway here from FC Dallas, it allows Lionel Messi to take on the 2 center backs. He's just got to widen that run a half a yard more. He's onside. That was the most surprising thing Tata Martino told me in Miami, is that he sees things in the final moment that a lot of us don't see. Joseph Martinez is going to reap a lot of those benefits if he stays onside.
He said that already. Joseph Martinez, the biggest difference, he says, is the ball comes to me, right? All the time, more frequently. Hader O'Brien. Quignon Leggett. Camungo. Into Velasco. Jesus mishits the cross. Let's go back down pitch side. Katie Witham with more on Joseph Martinez.
I think the biggest question I heard passed around was, when are we going to see the old Joseph Martinez? Can we get him back to the one that we remember under Tata in Atlanta United? Tata Martino told me that from the first training session he had to now, after Messi's arrival, that old Joseph Martinez is back. He said, look, sometimes it comes down to who's on the other end of the pass. When it's Lionel Messi, you elevate your game. Tata even admitted himself as a player, as a 16-year-old, maybe didn't run as much to get on the end of the ball because of that. He said, if anything, Joseph is a smart guy. He knows he needs to be close to Leo. He's angry. He's wasted so much time until now.
Joseph Martinez with the penalty against Orlando, and assist as well on the third. A penalty that was ceded to him by Lionel Messi. Velasco serving it in over O'Brien. Clearance only as far as Alba, or rather it's Quignon from Alba. Leaves it for Leggett, now Camunga. Farfan. Velasco. Quignon closed down by Arroyo, picks it clean. Now Messi driving forward for Miami. Robert Taylor making a run. Messi through. Robert Taylor is in. Robert Taylor saved by Paz. And the rebound is there for Messi. Oh, he chipped Paz to far right back on his line to prevent the goal.
One of the Summer Olympics. Next summer, correct?
Correct.
You may see Robert Taylor there for Finland and running the 400-meter. Honestly, I say it jokingly, but how many times have we seen him get on his horse, just run a vertical line straight forward, knowing that he's going to be open, he's going to get in behind. It takes commitment, but also just the ability to see that, get onto it. Huge save from Paz. But I just love what Robert Taylor has done with the opportunity of playing on this team. And you've got to tip your cap to Phil Neville. He went out, he found him, he brought it in, brought him in. He saw something from Robert Taylor. Messi's just taking it to another level.
Jamal Miller told us when he scored that left-footed volley against Atlanta that he went up to him and he put his hand on his forehead. He said, "Are you feeling okay? You're playing out of your skin." But he did say they see it in training, right, all the time from Robert Taylor. And now it has just been so consistent in Leagues Cup specifically. Leggett.
A good turn from Leggett to get out of that pressure from Busquets.
Farfan under pressure. Busquets takes it away. Messi tried to poke it around to Farfan, who was up to the task. Forward to Velasco. Arroyo defending. Velasco to O'Brien. O'Brien cutting it back, gives it away to Gomez.
Yeah, but see the transitional moment we talked about in the pregame. It's there. It is there for FC Dallas. The most important pass is immediately when they win possession. How do they release the pressure? Every single time in this first half, when it is found Velasco's feet, something dangerous has happened in the final third. In the previous two games against Atlanta and Orlando City, Miami's been ball dominant, dominating possession. Tonight, a little different.
Miami
53% of the possession so far.
Yeah, Miami's had 59% of the possession in this tournament, which is sixth most of 47 teams. Farfan, good ball in. Quignon! The answer from the 30-year-old Argentine. Dallas levels it. 1-1.
Well, we spotlighted Quignon and Sebastian Leggett, how they would defend, how would they find the balance in not allowing Messi to come central to play off of Busquets. But one of them, if not both of them, have got to be a factor in balancing this attack out. Look at the spacing is perfect. Farfan finding the secondary runs. How's that for technique from Quignon? The 30-year-old from Argentina, difficult ball, but good technique, hit it on target. Difficult for Drake Callender to get his hand on it. 1-1, FC Dallas, Inter Miami, here at Toyota Stadium.
Facundo Quignon, previously in Argentina before coming to Dallas in 2021 with Lanús, with San Lorenzo, and a couple of years with Newell's Old Boys, the boyhood club of Lionel Messi, the club of Tata Martino. And he levels the match against those two Newell's legends. Ferreira, Velasco, a chance for a second! Wow.
But look at Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba very frustrated right now with Busquets and Gomez. Because the problem right now for Inter Miami, the ball goes wide. It's the secondary runs that are causing a ton of problems for Inter Miami. It's the runs out of the midfield. It's not the ball whipped in behind the two center backs. It's in that second layer of defense, non-existent from Busquets, Arroyo, and Gomez. Well, the 25,000 just woke up in this building, didn't it?
Sure did. Facundo Quignon leveling it for the home side. Yedlin can't handle it, gives it away. For a second straight match, Miami goes up 1-0. Find themselves level 1-1. Come on, Miller's going to keep going. Diego Gomez. Gomez turns. Jordi Alba to Lionel Messi, flipping it over. Jordi Alba ran into Robert Taylor. That stopped his run. Miami's going to win it back, though. Martinez left it for Busquets, who was trying to find Messi. It's broken up. Can Miami get off and run? They tried to, and an important block from Gomez. Lionel Messi going to have time and space in the midfield. Closed down by Velasco, gets around Velasco. Velasco added when he talked about his excitement to play with Messi. He hopes he gets to mark him at one point. Well, he has just now. Robert Taylor! We would have bet on him to score with the Leagues Cup he's had, but he sends it over.
Yeah, but how about the synergy there? I mean, Messi's telling Robert Taylor, just take a half a second. But the ball over the top, Jordi Alba lays it back. Consistently looking for each other, and Alba and Messi. I think Robert Taylor just needed to be a little bit more patient. I mean, the drop off here from Jordi Alba. Good layoff. I've praised Tata Martino in the first 3 games in making subtle adjustments. I think he's going to have to find a way at halftime to get either Gomez, Busquets, or Arroyo, if not 2 of them, to defend a little bit more. When the ball goes wide for FC Dallas, it's literally been Ferreira, the opposite side winger, and 1 midfielder coming in the 18, and Miami struggled with that. It's too easy. He's got to find one of the 3 midfielders to defend a little bit more.
Cesar Ramos let that go. Ferreira into Obrian. Difficult ball for Harder Obrian to handle, and it's out for a throw.
And I was a little concerned that Arroyo started tonight. Remember, he came out of the game against Orlando City on a stretcher. He hasn't been as mobile tonight and effective. He's on the ball now, but he's been very quiet. And how many times have we seen Yedlin get forward? Maybe once. And so that's been the real difference than what we saw against Atlanta United and Orlando City.
Is that because of Hader Obrian and Dallas's wingers?
Yeah, it absolutely is. There's a little bit more of a threat from Obrian than there was from Orlando City, but also it's the midfield doing a real good job. When they're not on the ball, Arroyo or Busquets have not had much of an impact defending.
They've almost flipped Arroyo and Yedlin in a way. Yedlin really high up the pitch in this moment.
Yeah, but finally, this is where they want to operate. Get it into Joseph Martinez's feet.
And Lionel Messi. Now DeAndre Yedlin settles, floats it. Oh, not cleared initially. Makes it to the jet. There's room to get off and running for FC Dallas. Velasco behind for Ferreira. Christoph defending. Kamungo making a run forward. Ferreira. Kamungo. Oh, Romelu Kamungo! The dream continues for Bernard Kamungo, and Dallas leads 2-1.
Transition, counter. It's exactly what we thought from FC Dallas. Having the ability with a front three that can absolutely fly. Miami's going to have numbers forward. When they're in possession, they're going to have Yedlin and Alba high. That leaves you vulnerable in this moment. Jesus Ferreira, he's mobile. He'll pull off your shoulder. I thought this ball into Kamungo was too difficult, but how about that piece of skill? And then the composure in the big moment. With all the eyeballs in the world, you've got to be calm, you've got to be composed. Coming to the United States of America from a refugee camp at 14, $90 in his pocket. Tonight, against Messi, Busquets, Alba, and Tata Martino, Kamungo says, thank you very much. 2-1, FC Dallas, Inter Miami.
Born and raised in a refugee camp in Tanzania until he was 14. This is almost given away by Miami. Bernard Kamungo moved to Abilene, Texas, 150 miles west of Dallas, had not played organized soccer, had just played with a ball made out of old clothes and medical gloves in that refugee camp, joined the middle school team, then the high school team, couldn't afford to play for a club team, didn't play for an academy team, just his high school. He dominated there, spent $90 to attend an open tryout for North Texas SC, FC Dallas's essentially reserve team. They asked him to come to preseason training. He earned a contract in preseason training. 2 years, 22 goals, their all-time leading scorer. Makes the first team this offseason, signs a contract, has earned a starting spot now, and now on the same field as the greatest player of all time, scoring a goal to give FC Dallas the lead and send Inter Miami behind in a game for the first time in the Lionel Messi era. Taylor combines. They're trying to get it back. It made it to Messi. Just enough bodies in the way. Ferreira. Too heavy of a touch. Miller will recover. We're about 2 minutes through the minimum 3 of added time. We will see how Inter Miami responds.
Watch out.
To trailing for the first time. They look up for a third before halftime. Alan Velasco just dribbling in the touch.
You asked me in the opening of the show, and I said the circus hits the road.
Yep.
Away games are hard. Anyone will tell you that, especially in this league. For the first time since Messi set foot in South Florida, we saw a vulnerable performance from the first 45 of Tata Martino's men.
Bernard Kamungo giving FC Dallas the lead with a spectacular goal, worthy of the player that he is sharing the pitch with tonight. Stadium just north of downtown Dallas, Texas, where FC Dallas has the lead heading into the second half, 2-1 over Inter Miami. This is the supporter cam, and this was something we were really intrigued about, Taylor. What would this sold-out crowd? Tickets sold out in 10 minutes, going for 10 times what they normally cost. What would they be like? Would they be here for FC Dallas? Would they be here for Lionel Messi? Might be a little bit of both, but it's certainly a pro FC Dallas environment.
They've delivered. Make no mistake about it. I asked the question. I was extremely curious about the atmosphere and the environment tonight. And weathering the storm, so to speak, being over 100 degrees after 9 o'clock Central Time here in this building. In certain moments, the crowd has delivered. Marisa Dew said it at halftime, being on the field, that the environment has delivered. I am really curious how Tata Martino tries to fix this Inter Miami team. FC Dallas set up the right way. They were aggressive, high-pressing Inter Miami. Yes, they gave up a few chances, but the better chances in that first half fell to FC Dallas, and rightfully so. They lead 2-1.
The match has certainly delivered. Bernard Kamunga has certainly delivered. The 21-year-old grew up in a Tanzanian refugee camp till he was 14. Maybe the most unlikely of stars in this moment, but he has been a star for FC Dallas over the past month, and his goal has sent Tata Martino and Inter Miami behind for the first time in Leagues Cup. Let's go down pitch side. Arcady with him. Just chatted with Inter Miami's head coach, Tata Martino.
I walked out with a very solemn, very serious, very focused Inter Miami squad. Tata Martino said the main message inside the locker room was about the heat and the fact that, hey, it is what it is for both sides. We have to deal with it. It's having an impact on this game, though. He said the most important thing is we can't lose our shape because it's so hot, because we're playing a little bit slower. He sees them losing their shape out on the field. The biggest thing he wants to change here in the second half is their control of the game. He said that's the imprint that I always have, the way we possess, the way we inflict ourselves on this game, and right now we've got to do a better job of controlling it.
Tata's here. Miami's substitutes are here. Miami's 11 are still in the locker room.
Oh, they're getting out of the cold bath.
I don't blame him.
I'm a little surprised he brought up the heat, to be honest with you.
Yeah?
I am. Because that game against Cruz Azul in Atlanta, it was hot, steamy, humid. And FC Dallas is used to playing in this, but so is Inter Miami. I just think it was more about FC Dallas forcing Inter Miami to not be as dominant with the ball, and they are not defending as a unit. The most important thing for the viewer at home that they saw was when FC Dallas got the ball in the final third from 25 yards out, the three in the midfield in Gomez, Arroyo, and Busquets, none of the three wanted to defend. That is alarming for Inter Miami and Tata Martino.
Let me ask you a question. He's played in hundreds of matches, close to 1,000. Busquets, Alba, the same. Is this mind games from Inter Miami? Waiting in the locker room, making FC Dallas wait for about 2 minutes out on the pitch by themselves.
It never bothered me.
Yep.
So I don't think it bothers FC Dallas right now. I think at the beginning of the game is when it matters, but at halftime, I'm not sure it has anything to do with that. I think there may have been a message or two sent, which is why the players are taking their time coming out, because the real leadership may be coming from Busquets and Alba. Alba was livid at the end of the first half, and in particular with the three midfielders in front of him. Here we go. First side of adversity for Inter Miami, with the three former Barcelona men on the field, former Barcelona coach. Let's see what we get.
The first time Inter Miami has trailed in Leagues Cup. The first time they've trailed with Lionel Messi, Sergio Busquets, and Jordi Alba on the roster. Cesar Ramos, the official, gets the second half underway in the Leagues Cup round of 16. FC Dallas leads 2-1 over Inter Miami. FC Dallas in their home reds with blue shorts and blue socks. Inter Miami in their primary signature pinks. And immediately into touch under pressure from Sergio Busquets. After the giveaway, here comes Miami. Dixon Arroyo, Sergio Busquets. Arroyo, DeAndre Yedlin. Busquets, Yedlin. Broken up. Velasco, O'Brien towards Ferreira. Foul given against Miami.
As much as we want to applaud what Velasco is doing with the ball at his feet, he is shadowing Busquets defensively. He was exhausted coming off the field. You saw him hands over his knees. Some of that's the heat, but Busquets has had very few times to impact the game. Yes, the goal happens because he bypasses the line. There was no pressure on him. I get that, but he's also given the ball away 4 or 5 times that you're not used to seeing, and a lot of that is just Velasco being in the right spot, shadowing him and putting pressure on him immediately when he has possession.
Martin Paz into the feet of Ferreira. Tries to flick it on to Velasco. Yedlin there for Miami. Quickly forward to Messi, trying to turn around to Farad, who does well to poke it away. Busquets into Messi. Messi through. Diego Gomez! That was blocked by Jesus, or was it not? It was just missed by Gomez.
Ridiculous from Sergio Busquets. Absolutely ridiculous. Eyes on the back of his head. Nobody sees this ball to Messi except he does. And just that little ball now allows Diego Gomez to get into that little space. Maybe a little bit more composure and a better first touch, and it's 2-2.
Jet and Jesus run into each other, then tumble over each other. Miami didn't think that was a foul, but Cesar Ramos did. Experienced referee Cesar Ramos in charge of the semifinal at this most recent World Cup, France and Morocco. 39-year-old from Mexico has been the center ref for 7 matches in the past 2 World Cups combined. Velasco. Sebastian Lletget. Farfan. Towards Kamungo! He was there for a second. And he put it wide.
He's just got a great sense of timing. He was second last year in the MLS Next Pro Golden Boot with 16 goals with North Texas. But this is where Jordi Alba's defending the back post, and he loses sight of this run from Kamungo. He looks around asking, where does that run come from? Real good sense of timing from Kamungo on that back post.
Now has 4 goals and 2 assists in his last 8 games, all competitions. Becoming a must-start player for Nico Estevez.
Yeah, but look at how different the high line of pressure is from FC Dallas. They cannot, Inter Miami, play into Busquets.
Oh, what a tackle.
Velasco.
Busquets is still down. Dallas coming forward. Velasco tries to get it to Kamungo. It's broken up. Ferreira. Farfan. Farfan floating at Ferreira! Missed again. That's the second chance he's had off his head, and he's been unable to put either on goal.
Yeah, but look at Velasco putting in the work on the defensive side of things. Coming in late with a challenge. Does he win the ball? Kind of goes through Busquets. Easily the whistle could have been blown. But Ferreira starts this play. The late run out of the midfield doesn't get picked up. Ferreira's got to be better with that. 2 of those tonight. Easily should have 2 goals. And at this level, against this team, you cannot waste opportunities like those.
Missed one in the second minute. That was maybe a little more difficult slightly than that one. 4 minutes later, Lionel Messi opened the scoring for Miami. Dallas able to come back, take the lead. Will that miss, that second one, also be one at FC Dallas Brews as this night goes on?
And also keep an eye on Busquets in that ankle. Just the work on both sides of the ball from Velasco. It's been top level. And FC Dallas went out and spent big money, right? They knew about his prospects. They knew that he's on the radar of bigger clubs in Europe, trying to use this in part of his growth. But in big moments like these, with all the eyeballs in the world on Messi, on Apple TV, with Inter Miami, players can be seen. I think he has opened up a lot of eyeballs tonight. The ability to press, defend, make life difficult for Busquets, but then ultimately be a creator and somewhat of a pest going forward. He's had himself a pretty good 52 minutes here.
That's another aspect of Lionel Messi, Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba coming to Inter Miami. They're going to get every team's best, no matter what, because part of the reason is players like Alain Velasco, they know that there are so many more eyeballs on these games, for better or for worse, but it's true, than others that they have played in. Alain Velasco tonight has certainly taken advantage of that opportunity, but Messi gets around him, now clipping it towards Jordi Alba. Jesus, the header only as far as Taylor. Jordi Alba again. Jordi Alba, good ball in. Martinez couldn't get it. Yedlin chases it down.
That is such a good ball from Jordi Alba. Can Inter Miami get anything from Joseph Martinez in this second half? A very quiet first half from his perspective.
Gomez, it was broken up. Camungo off to the races. Forward for Ferreira, too far. Calendar will collect.
Ferreira just wanted a little bit sooner. But again, how about the ball in from Jordi Alba? It's a dream of a ball for any 9. Top of the 6, but nobody from Inter Miami with the ability to get on the end of it.
Joseph Martinez, Robert Taylor, Lionel Messi. Martinez, Arroyo. Yedlin into Taylor. Taylor cuts it back. Nobody was making that run for him, and Sebastian Lletget can send it forward.
Yeah, but see, I'm okay with that from Robert Taylor not coming inside. You know Jordi Alba is going to be playing as a left winger as Inter Miami chases this game. I'm okay if Robert Taylor wants to come inside a little bit. Just have a little bit more nuance and diversity to how you make runs forward. It can't just be in a vertical straight line. That's easier to defend. It's easier to predict. Robert Taylor now coming inside, trying to combine with Jordi Alba, forcing the tempo down this left.
Lionel Messi. Quignon breaks it up. Then through for Ferreira. That took an advantageous bounce. Ferreira is through. Miller chasing. Ferreira! Oh, come on, Miller. Well defended, taking advantage as well of, I think, Ferreira overrunning that in the end.
Yeah, but I'm curious whether or not Ferreira's in an offside position. Either way, my word, Ferreira should have a hat trick by now.
And now Messi. Still Messi. Tries to get in between Quignon and Farfan, who stand their ground. Now Velasco, it is opening all up. Wide open here at Toyota Stadium. Velasco trying to touch it past Kristoff. Kristoff holds him off, gets it back to Calendar.
Well, that last play from Messi, Lionel Messi was having strong words from both Joseph Martinez and Robert Taylor. They've got to get a little bit more of something in the final third. It's been far too predictable from Inter Miami.
Taylor, Diego Gomez, Lionel Messi, Robert Taylor, Jordi Alba. Back to Taylor. Gomez floating it towards Taylor. Jesus right there for Dallas. Gomez gets it over to Alba. Jordi Alba plenty of time. Cutting it back towards Messi. Busquets! And over.
We'll go back to that initial opportunity. The third one for Ferreira to change this game on its head for FC Dallas. Too many touches allows Kamal Miller to come in. Drake Callender's off his line. You got to make up your mind, have a chance. Where's Jordi Alba going to go? Messi's going to drop off the 8 or 9 defenders from FC Dallas. How about the first touch to lose the defender, lay it off? Busquets has to be better there. This game has opened up in the second half on both ends. The stop on the dime to lose your defender and then to lay it off at the right pace for your teammate to hit it. It's remarkable to watch.
Are you not entertained? Lionel Messi. Everybody on their feet every time he's on the ball. Now Robert Taylor trying to get it back to Messi. Beyond him to Martinez. Taylor. Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba to the back post over everybody. Yedlin will be there. Arroyo, Busquets. Miami patient as they searched for an equalizer. Robert Taylor. Jordi Alba. Gomez around Leggett. Quignon helping out to take it away for Dallas.
He's been good too, huh? Quignon's been real good.
Nico Estevez will make the first 2 changes of this match. Hader Obrian and Bernard Kamunga will come out. Eugene Ansa and Paul Arriola will enter for FC Dallas. Changes in the attack on the wings for Nico Estevez. What a goal he scored. Bernard Kamunga just before halftime to give FC Dallas the 2-1 lead. Eugene Ansa, a new signing, has played just 4 matches for FC Dallas. He has scored in 2 of them. And Paul Arriola, the U.S. national teamer, returning from a right thigh injury. He missed 12, subbed the last 2, now a 3rd in the row in Leagues Cup. The captain for FC Dallas back on the pitch over the past couple of weeks.
Well, Nico Estevez talked so much about just having the horses that can run, especially in transition. That's exactly why you see the sub before the 60th minute. Arriola and Ansa are going to come into this one and be on their horse, especially with Inter Miami chasing the game.
We asked Paul Arriola about the heat. He said, I don't complain about it. I have a good engine on me. In fact, when I come in as a sub, I see guys drenched in sweat. That's nice. He says, I know I'm fresh, and I can take advantage of that.
Well, he came to the game dressing like Vanilla Ice tonight, looking like Ice Ice Baby.
Anything to stay cool.
For the viewers at home, I'm sure you can find that on social media. He rolled up in this place.
We showed it right off the top for the pregame show. The shoes as well. I think that's what made the outfit. Sebastian Leggett looking for Arriola immediately. Maybe Ferreira. Miller there. Velasco on the second. He's having fun. He's Aron Velasco draws the foul. It looked like Cesar Ramos gave it, but he was actually playing advantage, and the chance in the end was begging.
I told you in the pregame, I love bold, I love brash. The Panenka gets Minnesota United in the playoffs. The lights are on. He is ready for showtime. He's been fantastic tonight.
Best player tonight for you so far, Velasco?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because he's had to do it on both sides. He's had to make sure that Busquets has had very little impact. And right when that ball was given away from Robert Taylor, you see Kremaski get off the bench. He's going to be coming into this game. They need his legs. They felt tonight that Gomez could come in. He's been going at it. Maybe more effective with his energy. And I think range coming off the bench, we're going to find out in about the 61st minute here.
The 18-year-old homegrown from Key Biscayne, Florida. Looks like he'll be Tata Martino's first change of this match.
And I think as the game progresses even more so, you may want to bring in Campana, who's way more dangerous in the air. He can play more as a target. Maybe look for second balls at times.
Ansa, blocked by Kristoff. And then Yedlin just brings down Farfan. Dallas will have a set piece.
And we thought it'd be an interesting night for Marco Farfan, the former Portland Timbers Academy player. It's just difficult when you play as a left back against the opposition, where Messi's playing as the right attacker, because he's going to float. He's going to come inside, just having a good understanding that Yedlin trying to chase for that. Farfan drawing a dangerous set piece here for Velasco and FC Dallas.
24-year-old from Gresham, Oregon, in his third team. Came up with the Timbers, then to LAFC for a year, traded for Ryan Hollingshead, and has become a week-in, week-out starter here at FC Dallas. Velasco will serve, driven towards slip shot, and in! Dallas has the third! Velasco's taking credit! 3-1!
It is unequivocally the most dangerous set piece to defend. An in-swinging ball with runners in front of you and a set-piece taker that knows if it's whipped with pace away from the keeper that it could go untouched, because Drake Callender cannot overcommit. He cannot guess, deflection or not from FC Dallas. The ball whipped in from Velasco. Ibiaga and FC Dallas living their dream tonight in Frisco, Texas. 3-1, FC Dallas, Inter Miami.
For the first three games, it was a Hollywood script for Inter Miami. Nico Estevez said, we know we want to be the bad guys in the Messi movie. They've been that tonight. They took the first blow. In the 6th minute, Messi's 6th goal of the tournament. They've responded with 3 in a row. They're up 3-1. Tata Martino makes his first change. Benjamin Kremaski comes on for Diego Gomez.
Entra el jugador número 30, Benjamin Kremaski. Sale el jugador número 8, Diego Gómez.
Benjamin Kremaski. Jordi Alba. Messi, Busquets, Alba being greeted with the chants of "This is our house" by the supporters here in Dallas, who paid hundreds of dollars to come here. Alba cutting it back. Kremaski scores! Minutes after coming on, the 18-year-old from Miami gets one back. 3-2.
Well, it's like having another playmaker on the field with Jordi Alba on this left side. It's the technical ability with the left foot, but it's also just the understanding of what run is going to be more impactful. Look at the spacing, the triangles, rotations, pull players out of position. But watch Jordi Alba. Lionel Messi, Jordi Alba, they've known each other since they were teenagers. The understanding that it's not the space where I'm at, it's the space where I want to go. Played in behind, cut it back, and the 18-year-old from Weston FC has Inter Miami back into this one. 3-2. Hang on.
How about that? Benjamin Kramaski was cut by the Inter Miami Academy, went to Weston FC for 4 months, brought back to the Inter Miami Academy, eventually signed as a homegrown and considered to be probably the jewel of that academy. Jordi Alba, who played him the ball, he was cut from the Barcelona Academy, went to Valencia, made it to the first team at Valencia, then of course signed by Barcelona, where he had such a sensational career. Parallel paths, creating that goal for Inter Miami.
Wait, so you're saying you can have success after failure?
Good lesson, isn't it?
It is. Maybe the younger generation that's listening could do this. Great examples, isn't it?
Yeah. Really is.
What a game. Dear Lord, 67 minutes, and I feel like this one is far from over from both teams.
Robert Taylor. Back to Arroyo. Flicking it towards Alba. Jesus sending it clear. Busquets on it into Joseph Martinez. Cesar Ramos says no foul. Oh, Velasco away from Arroyo. 4-on-3 for Dallas. If they go quick enough. Velasco leading it. Velasco keeping it himself. Ariola cutting it back. Oh, what an intervention and on goal! Robert Taylor trailing the play. Thought he had saved a sure opportunity for Dallas. Instead, it's past calendar. And in 4-3. 4-2.
And I think VAR may have something to say about this, because there may have been a foul on Joseph Martinez that began this attacking play. Robert Taylor frustrated, but Busquets plays it in. Ibiaga comes right through. Is it clear and obvious? That's going to be the real debate. But because Inter Miami stops, FC Dallas goes the other way. 4-on-3. Ariola with the idea to cut it back to Ferreira. But Robert Taylor is about 100 yards away, and he's committed to come in. That's as difficult as a thing to watch, because any player you want to come back, be committed. But now the question will be whether or not VAR felt there was enough of a foul on Joseph Martinez. I'm not sure it was clear and obvious. And Paxton Pomykal comes into this game.
Paxton Pomykal for Sebastian Lletget. Cesar Ramos allowed them to make the sub. He said, let's play on. So the goal counts. It is 4-2. And how frustrating is that got to be for Robert Taylor, who makes that long recovery run to try to even the numbers. If he doesn't get on that ball, it's almost a sitter for Jesus Ferreira.
Yeah, but on the other hand, for Tata Martino, you play until the whistle's blown. No foul called on Joseph Martinez, and you allowed Velasco to run 75 yards with no pressure on him.
What a game tonight. 3 goals in 5 minutes, and FC Dallas has their 2-goal lead back.
But this is what Tata Martino is all about. Being ball dominant, use spacing, go for it, take risks with your fullbacks being so far up the field. But you are leaving yourself extremely vulnerable on the counter. And you're asking a lot of Miller and Kristoff in those opportunities. The key here is, and it goes against a little bit of what he wants to do, but I've always been a believer, if the ball's on one side of the field, the opposite fullback needs to retreat a little bit more. Tonight, we haven't seen a ton of that. If Alba and Yedlin are both high up the field, you're asking your 2 center backs to play 2-on-2. I think that plays into the hands of FC Dallas. I said it in the pregame, and I think it's played out that way.
Again, Cesar Ramos tells Joseph Martinez to get up. Arroyo, a heavy touch, wants a throw, he gets it. And the hydration break now in the second half on this warm, hot Dallas Sunday night. Down pitch side, Arcady with him, who chatted with Dallas head coach Nico Estevez.
He told me so far here in this second half, he's really loved what he's seen from his team in terms of how aggressive they're being, that they're out there fighting. He said he's also pretty happy with the low block that they've installed. He said for the most part here in the second half, we're not letting Messi have any space, and that is the continued goal.
This has been fun all night tonight, second half in particular. Dallas up 2-1 at halftime. Now 4-2 as Lionel Messi has a discussion with Cesar Ramos during this hydration break. What a 5-minute stretch it was in this second half. It began with Alan Velasco's free kick, went all the way through, ended 3-1.
Yeah, but this is so difficult for any goalkeeper because you got to hold your ground and make sure if any kind of run comes to the near post, you don't give away that space. So if it goes untouched, which it did, it ends up back in the net. But this is the connection between Messi and Alba. It allows all those defenders from FC Dallas to pull to the goal line. Kramaski's the second layer there. Good finish, 1:10 after coming into this game. Referee allows to play on, but the lack of reaction from Inter Miami is appalling. Robert Taylor's nowhere near your screen until the final moment. As humbling as any experience of any player in any league around the world, you commit yourself to get back. Own goal, he won't mind it. 4-2, but they have set themselves up really well against Inter Miami. We failed to mention in those highlights, Jesus Ferreira could have a hat trick tonight. FC Dallas could easily have 6 to 7 goals.
Still more to be told in tonight's story.
What's interesting though, Jake, is Estevez is saying they're limiting Lionel Messi, right?
Yeah.
90-minute touches against Orlando City, 68. 90-minute touches against Atlanta, 64. Tonight he's already at 52, and he's got over 20 minutes left in this game. And so I get it. Sure, maybe we haven't seen a ton, but both goals have come off of Messi on the ball.
Here he is again. Out to Yedlin. Yedlin driven in. Jesus gets it clear. Kramaski. Closed down by Pamakal. Arroyo. Kristoff. Miller. Taylor. Miller staying forward. Oh, Miller. Martinez. Messi. Poked away by Quignon, and then Velasco draws the foul. Sergio Busquets is going to be shown the second yellow card of this match, joining Nkose Tafari in Cesar Ramos' book.
I mean, Busquets is having words even with Velasco saying he didn't touch him. Just tight spots. Velasco here feeling the pressure, just a little clip over the top. He's right. Busquets never even touched him.
Two changes from Tata Martino. Robbie Robinson on, DeAndre Yedlin off. A forward for a right back. And the swap at striker with Leonardo Campana entering and Joseph Martinez leaving.
Inter Miami will go to 3 in the back. Arroyo will play as the right center back. Kristoff in the middle. Kamal Miller as the left center back. So now this is all about trying to get Campana occupying the 2 center backs from FC Dallas. Get the ball wide, whip it in. Robbie Robinson will play on the left side of Campana. Messi on the right. You've got Robert Taylor probably playing as a wingback. Jordi Alba playing as the wingback. This is the next evolution where if you ask me the opening game of Messi in MLS, I think it's going to be 3 in the back. I think if Tata Martino gets his way, they don't advance tonight, they get themselves some training time. It would not surprise me if this is the tactical setup that Tata Martino wants with this group.
Why does that suit this group and Lionel Messi better?
Because it tells Jordi Alba, listen, you're not going to defend anyway, so keep going, play as a wingback. If you're going to play DeAndre Yedlin or Robert Taylor in that spot, same thing. Arroyo doesn't go forward anyway, so he's already playing in that natural position. But it's the best way to try to get the best collection of players on the field at the same time.
Hamakal, Velasco, Ansah. Eugene Ansah. Velasco from distance and over.
I think Velasco may have to come out here.
That comes up limping. And Giovanni Jesus is sitting down as well. That will be one of the changes. Ima Tumasi will enter for Giovanni Jesus at right back.
Two substitutions for FC Dallas occurring in the 77th minute.
And Alan Velasco will come off for Siki and Sabalay.
22, Ima Tumasi. Leading the match is number 2, Giovanni Jesus. And number 20, Alan Velasco.
Dos cambios por el FC Dallas en minuto 77. Entra el jugador número 22, Ima Tumasi, y sale el jugador número 2, Giovanni Jesus. También entra el jugador número 16, Siki and Sabalay.
5 changes now tonight from Nico Estevez. He has used all of his substitutions. A hot night in Dallas at kickoff, over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, about 40 degrees Celsius. And Dallas lead 4-2. Miami trailing tonight for the first time with Lionel Messi on their roster. Scored in the 6th minute. At that point, maybe you thought the script would be the same as it has been in the first 3, really the first 2 starts for Lionel Messi in Miami. It has not been.
No, this has been more of the Cruz Azul game where they just give up a ton of chances. They've given the ball away way more than what we saw against Orlando City and Atlanta.
Sergio Busquets took that in a place that's going to force him to take a minute to be able to come back into this game. Still in some pain. Jordi Alba. Masi called for the foul. Miami has a set piece. Benjamin Kramaski. Sergio Busquets. Jordi Alba. Robbie Robinson. Kamal Miller came forward. Tumasi breaks it up. Ariola under heavy pressure. It's a Miami throw. Dallas complaining. Jordi Alba wanted to go quick. It's into Robinson. Jordi Alba, now Kamal Miller. Off of Nsabalang. Handball given. Very, very close to being inside the 18.
Oh, it is very close.
Cesar Ramos says it's outside for now, but Eric Miranda, the video assistant referee, will be taking a look.
And Kamal Miller's looking to play this ball, yeah, outside. From our angle where we are in the booth, it looked like the right arm was the one that hit it. That's the one that's sitting on the corner of the 18. This becomes extremely difficult for the goalkeeper pass. He's got to get the wall set up further outside the post. He's screaming, but that wall hasn't set up. If he leaves that post, Messi's got an angle.
Will Messi try? He's going to clip it in.
Oh my goodness.
It's Marco Farfan, and it's 4-3.
We have seen it all tonight. As clinical of a header you will ever see. except when it's an own goal. The ball whipped in from Lionel Messi, strong ball, fine. But I'm as shocked as anyone. This ball's whipped in. I think the pictures tell the story best. A rush of blood to the head. And here we are, 4-3.
His line is Calendar, and Alonso just couldn't keep it in play. 9 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Don't go away. What a match it's been tonight.
I mean, how do you explain that one?
Own goal.
I mean, that's a rush of blood to the head, or...
You think he's trying to wrap his head around it?
I don't know, but there's no one around him.
That's a tough one.
And even so, the ball's whipped in. If he's trying to head it back across the goal, we've seen it all.
2 own goals. Back to being just a 1-goal lead for FC Dallas, 4-3. Robert Taylor, Marco Farfan trading the own goals in the second half. Jordi Alba looking for Campana over to Farai. Taylor arriving. Corner coming for Miami.
Is he calling a corner, or is he calling the ball went out of bounds? He's calling a corner. I'll tell you, Campana's changed this game. Quick corner here from Inter Miami.
Messi gets it back. Messi sending it in. Tumasi heading it away. Robinson trying to bring it down. High into the air by Dallas. Pomykal keeps that in. Really good job from Paxton Pomykal to avoid the corner. Now Dallas trying to get off and running.
And that from Kramaski.
Yeah, brought down.
That's got to be a yellow, though. That's got to be a yellow. The whistle's blown. 4 seconds later, Ansa's playing it away. Campana's presence has changed this game for Inter Miami. But Kramaski doing a good job here. Wins the ball. The foul's blown. And then Ansa plays the ball away 5 or 6 seconds later. I'm wondering if Messi plays a short one here with Jordi Alba.
Back to a 1-goal game. Lionel Messi over the restart. He goes on the ground. Taylor cutting it back, goes down.
Oh boy.
Another really dangerous free kick upcoming for Inter Miami.
When Messi's on the ball, if you're his teammate, just be ready for anything. I don't think anyone on the field other than Lionel Messi saw Robert Taylor with this ball. He plays it to the top. First touch lets him down, but it's the second one that cuts the defender. Here we go again.
Can he do it again? 94th minute against Cruz is the winner. In the 85th minute tonight, with his team down a goal to bring them back level.
Jesus Ferreira is going to lay down behind the wall. But any goalkeeper in the world will tell you when he's on the ball, you're going to guess and cheat just a little bit. You can't. You've got to trust your wall to do its job.
Messi up, overhand! Oh! Sensational from Lionel Messi again! 4-4!
Are you kidding me? How many times is one player in his professional life going to answer the call? He's going to answer the bell every single time. World Cup, Barcelona, Paris, now in Major League Soccer for Inter Miami. You need something. You want something. Call Lionel Messi. He'll deliver. 4-4 here in Frisco, Texas.
Can Dallas respond? Another magical moment from Lionel Messi. Areola cutting it back towards Nsabaleng. Busquets was there. Miami facing real adversity for the first time in Leagues Cup, for the first time with Lionel Messi. And they have come back, twice down 2 goals. Level 4-4. Reminder, knockout round, and every round in Leagues Cup, if it's level at the end of regulation, it goes straight to penalty. I don't think this is over though. And Nsabaleng, Ansa, and over.
Sometimes in life you got to pinch yourself and tell yourself this is real. It's not a video game. The 7-time Ballon d'Or winner. On one hand, you can count athletes in their lives where they actually exceed the moments. They deliver something more. Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Muhammad Ali, Lionel Messi.
The greatest, the great ones, the best of all time in this sport. Arguably the greatest of all time.
FC Dallas has to be careful here.
Kremaski towards Campana. Clearance only as far as Kremaski. Robinson. Jordi Alba.
There's blood in the water, and Inter Miami smells it.
3 minutes plus stoppage time left. 4-4.
Nico Estevez said it in the hydration break. We have limited Lionel Messi tonight. I'm not so sure about that one. He's had more touches than Atlanta and Orlando City.
Can't truly say it until
3 of the 4 goals have come from his left foot, from his brain, opening up the game. Good luck trying to contain him.
Does he have another in him? Messi turning, whipping it in. Tafari heading it away. Messi! Oh, right into Tafari. Hops right back up on his feet. Took the block and potentially saved the game.
Well, the highlight for me in the lead up to this game was Tafari in local television here in Dallas saying, you weren't talking to me beforehand, but now Messi shows up and you want to know how I'm going to defend him. Wow. There's one more chance in this game for both teams. Who takes it? It's 5 minutes of stoppage time. I'm telling you right now, the way this game is unfolded, is there a counterattack transitional moment from FC Dallas? And who gets that one opportunity for Inter Miami? What a night.
Can Dallas be the bad guy in this Messi Miami story, as their manager Nico Estevez said he wanted them to be in the lead up to this match? Or will we have a 5th act, a 5th chapter in Inter Miami's Leagues Cup run? 4-4, final minute of the 90 before stoppage time. Messi to Robinson with space. Robbie Robinson, Jordi Alba. Alba in towards Robinson. Ibeagha sending it away.
Ibeagha coming up massive here in the dying moments for FC Dallas. How about the 18-year-old Kremaski coming into this game? Tata Martino needed to change the game. He went to 3 in the back. He brought in Kremaski. Jordi Alba looking like he's 29 years old in space. Ibeagha doing a real good job in this moment here. Just a presence with Robbie Robinson coming on the end of it. But the 18-year-old kid, Kremaski's come in, he's changed it. But tactically, Tata Martino helped that. But Kremaski's got real energy. My fault, I said 5, it's actually 6.
They've added 1. There's been about a minute of stoppage here with Marco Farfan down. Dallas does not have any substitutions remaining. Marco Farfan appears to be cramping. It was an unfortunate own goal from Farfan in the 81st minute that made it 4-3 and set up Lionel Messi for just another moment in a career that has surpassed all others.
I mean, no goalkeeper in the world is getting a hand on that. I love this, though. Immediately, he's like, wait, hold on a minute. It's 4-4. Let's win this game now. We've got the momentum. We've stolen the game from FC Dallas. Let's finish this thing off.
And we've seen that from him in these 4 games. We can say it now as he points to the sky for his grandmother Celia, as he does after every goal he scored in his career. He is here to win. He is not here for a vacation. And Lionel Messi has Inter Miami back in this match, down 3-1, then 4-2. Now 4-4 in stoppage time of this Leagues Cup round of 16 opener. Sergio Busquets. Jordi Alba trying to get it to Lionel Messi. Quignon broke it up. Busquets. Messi. Over to Jordi Alba. Kamal Miller. Benjamin Kramaski has time. Back to Kamal Miller. Martin Paz will see that out for a goal kick.
It's crazy to see the amount of fresh legs on the field for FC Dallas, and yet it feels like they're stuck in the mud right now, doesn't it?
Shell-shocked, right? And they were the ones who landed the blows, and they were the ones for the first time in Leagues Cup that put Miami on the ropes, that forced Inter Miami to face adversity. 4-2, 80th minute. Now in stoppage time, 4-4, and FC Dallas hanging on for dear life. Messi turns. A little bit of a heavy touch.
There's not a single soul in Toyota Stadium sitting down right now.
Why would you? It has been absolutely thrilling tonight from the opening whistle. Campana. At least 3 more minutes for one of these teams to try to find a winner before penalties. Quignon takes it away. Ansa gives it away. Busquets to Messi. Messi holding off Pamacol, cutting it back. Lionel Messi.
I mean, look at how many red shirts are around him.
You have to, don't you?
Yeah, but if someone from Inter Miami just gets involved, they're open.
Jordi Alba.
It's 6 red players around Lionel Messi when he turns in the middle.
They don't want the great one to beat them. Oh, no. For Dallas, and Sabaleng brings down Busquets, and a free kick coming for Inter Miami.
Now this is an interesting spot because many U.S. men's national team fans will remember 2016 Copa America. He went to the goalkeeper's side on Brad Guzan. He allowed the wall to do its job, but he went to where the goalkeeper was standing and still pinned it in the upper 90. Now he's got a little bit more freedom because of where he is on the field. Good luck to Paz. Good luck to Paz.
Lionel Messi deep into stoppage time. Messi into the wall this time.
He's terrible. Get him off the field.
Miller coming forward. A little bump from Ferreira. Miller keeps going. Tumasi pokes it away.
Oh, they're on if you got it. Oh, how good is that from Jordi Alba? The horses were out for FC Dallas. If there's no touch there, Ariola's off to the races.
Miller, direct pass, 17 yards off his line to collect. Jesus Ferreira back to Ime Tumasi. Can Dallas create one more chance before this goes to penalties? Pamakal and Sabalang.
Well, there's a chance here.
Marco Farfan. Eugene Ansah. He has time. Ansah sending it in. Miller there. Kristoff floating it away. To penalties we go. Spectacular tonight once again from Lionel Messi, bringing Inter Miami back, trailing for the first time in this tournament, down 2 goals in the 80th minute. 4-4 and straight to penalties to determine who will advance to the quarterfinals of Leagues Cup. What a game it has been tonight. We're going to bring Mo Edu back into the broadcast. Mo, my word, this has been something.
Are you tired?
I'm ready to go.
I'm exhausted. This game it's taken us for a ride. Absolute ride, and this is the second half. Alan Velasco off of the set piece just puts it into a dangerous area. The shape on it has it to beat an in-swinger. No touch, but those runs across the goal. Confused Drake Calendar, finds the back of the net. But Inter Miami would respond in kind, and it's Jordi Alba with the cutback. This might have been Benjamin Kromaski's first touch. Of course, it's Lionel Messi who puts Jordi Alba in. Game on, right?
Game on. But minutes later, Dallas on the break, 4v3. Robert, you're like, okay, this is going to be a Dallas tap, and Robert Taylor comes back almost miraculously, but then he puts it past Calendar and own goal.
Bless his heart, because he's run the length of the pitch, but yet again, transition moments. FC Dallas, so dangerous in them, but there was just going to be more and more moments to come. Set piece here, own goal. Michael Farfan gets caught. I'm not sure what he's doing there, to be honest with you, but he puts it into the back of his own net, and then this is the moment of magic to bring his side back level. Was there ever a doubt? Lionel Messi steps up yet again when his team needs him to draw them back level peg, and he says, we're not done. Come on, come on. What a second half.
And come on to penalties, a penalty shootout. Lionel Messi and Inter Miami against FC Dallas. This is the 3rd penalty shootout in Inter Miami's history. It is the 12th in FC Dallas history. FC Dallas went to penalties in the group stage against Charlotte for that added point. Charlotte won 4-1 in that shootout. Dallas also went to penalties against Minnesota last year in the playoffs. They won that shootout. Miami, meanwhile, in this year's Open Cup, they beat Miami FC, their crosstown rival from the lower divisions, and they lost last year to Orlando in the U.S. Open Cup round of 16. What a night it's been in Dallas. Paul Arriola and Lionel Messi will come over for the coin flips from Cesar Ramos. Listen in.
Primer sorteo, escogen la portería, ¿vale? Escogen la meta. Segundo sorteo, si tiene o no para. Letras y copa, ¿vale? Vamos. Copa, acá hay copa. De este lado, vamos a tirar acá, ¿vale? Siguiente sorteo, ahora escogen, va para allá. Letras, acá hay copa. Tiran ellos, tiran Miami. Únicamente los que terminaron en el centro, ¿vale? Vamos.
Of course, Lionel Messi won both of those coin tosses. One to decide the end of the pitch, one to decide, who gets to decide whether you shoot first or second. Advantage to either team, Mo, after how that second half went down, with Dallas feeling 10 minutes away from doing what they wanted, to be the bad guy in this Messi Miami story, but unable to in the 90s.
Yeah, penalties are always a funny one, but I will say, because of how the game finished, momentum has now swung back into this man here and his side's team. Lionel Messi just clawing his team back into this position here, and it's no coincidence that he's going to kick things off and try to put his side up here in this penalty kick shootout.
All right, so Lionel Messi will take first for Inter Miami against Martin Paz, who has been very good on penalties in his MLS career. Just 5 of 9 faced have been successful. He made 1 save last year in their shootout win versus Minnesota. He was not the goalkeeper against Charlotte in the group stage. That was Jimmy Maurer, their backup goalkeeper. Drake Callender saved the penalty against Atlanta. Thiago Almada.
He's been waiting for literally 50 seconds here. Referee had both goalkeepers for over 2 minutes, obviously explaining the positioning and staying on the line. But Messi's had the ball on the penalty spot for literally 50 seconds, ready to kick things off.
Did not participate in a penalty shootout in his club career. He has not. 8 of them for Argentina, made 7 of those 8. Of course, missed in the Copa America Centenario final. Messi to start the shootout versus Martin Paz. Messi scores! Of course. Miami up 1-0 in this penalty shootout.
Over 140 penalties in his professional career. Just waiting for any kind of movement from the goalkeeper. He's going to go the other way. Now Paul Arriola, all the pressure in the world, tells you a lot of what this team and this manager believes. Paul Arriola taking the first pen.
Dallas's captain has not taken a penalty in his professional career. Against Drake Callender, who made the first penalty save of his professional career against Atlanta, and Thiago Almada.
I'd be shocked if this isn't hit with pace, but it's a short run-up, sometimes easier to read.
To match Lionel Messi's make. Straight down the middle. Callender diving to his right. 1-1 after the first round.
Well, that short run-up, sometimes I'm not a big fan of it because it allows any kind of little movement. The goalkeeper can read it, but Paul Arriola taking all of that guess out of the way, coming right down the middle.
Now Sergio Busquets. He has missed in each of his last 2 shootouts for Spain. Saved in this World Cup against Morocco. Hit the post in the Euro 2020 quarterfinal against Switzerland. Mind games from Martin Paz. Down the middle, Busquets scores. Miami lead 2-1.
Well, you love seeing the respect between 2 players. It's just a little clip, right? You want the goalkeeper to go down. Oftentimes you see technical players do that. And then nothing worse when you got to pick the ball out of the back of the net, and then there's a little smirk on the end. Paxton Pomykal up next for FC Dallas.
The homegrown. Where's number 19? That's a special number here in Dallas. Reserved for homegrown players. The number of the late Bobby Ryan, a club legend. 2-1. Miami leading the shootout in the second round. Pomykal to make it 2-2. Over the bar, he misses. Miami the advantage after 2 rounds.
Well, the long run-up made you think he was going to absolutely just drill this through the net. But the technique was off. Chest was behind the ball. Completely missing the target. Now, what an opportunity for Campana, the leading goal scorer of last year, now on the bench, providing energy coming off the bench. Huge moment here.
His long penalty this year was saved by New York's Carlos Coronel. Campana to really put the pressure on Dallas. Scores. Paz was rooted. Miami 3-1 up in the penalty shootout.
I mean, he's staring right at the goalkeeper running up. Paz doesn't move. Good penalty. Cagnon had himself a decent night, too. And you may be sitting at home saying, wait a minute, it was 4-4, but he did. He scored a good goal. He made life difficult. I wonder if heavy legs are a part of this. I remember in training he took a short run-up. You're going to see that again from Quignon here.
You'll feel like he needs to score for Dallas. They're down 3-1 to make it 3-2 after 3 rounds. Gets it underneath Calendar. 3 rounds complete. Miami leads 3-2.
Good penalty from Quignon, the veteran. Came up big tonight in certain moments. Surprised me a little bit with his ability to get into the final third. And how about this for Kamal Miller, stepping up in a huge moment, the Canadian international.
He took one for Canada in the Gold Cup quarterfinal against the United States. He scored. He took one in the Open Cup shootout against Miami FC for Inter Miami. He scored. Miller versus Potts. Miller scores, puts Miami on the verge. 4-2 now, and a save or miss here will send Miami through.
Potts actually gets a touch on this. He guesses the right way, but it's hit with enough pace. Messi and Inter Miami on the brink of hosting the quarterfinal in this Leagues Cup. It's all down to the U.S. international, Jesus Ferreira.
He was saved in the Gold Cup semifinal against Panama, a shootout the United States lost. He could score against Canada in the quarters, scored in the group stage against Charlotte.
Keep in mind, Drake Calendar may have seen him in national team camps and know his tendencies. Short run up here from Ferreira.
Ferreira scores and keeps Dallas alive for at least one more moment. 4-3 after 4 rounds, and now the 18-year-old Benjamin Kramaski can win it for Miami.
What a different game this would have been if Ferreira finishes his chances, and that's going to be the talking point after this. And so will the 18-year-old homegrown. Comes into the game. He started the first 3 with Messi on the team. Now he comes into the game tonight. He changes it. He brought life. He brought energy. Playing next to his idol, an opportunity to cement Miami into the quarterfinal.
If he scores, it's over, and Miami is through. He does! The 18-year-old winning the shootout. Lionel Messi's Miami story continues. On to the quarterfinals of Leagues Cup. They faced adversity for the first time with Lionel Messi on the roster, down 4-2 in the 80th minute. A free kick from Lionel Messi forcing an own goal for Marco Farfan on FC Dallas. A few minutes later, a wonderful free kick from Messi. Direct perfection to make it 4-4, eventually goes to penalties, and Miami was perfect in penalties. They win the shootout 5-3. Tata Martino and Inter Miami, they're in it to win it, aren't they, in Leagues Cup? They're on to the quarters.
What a moment for the 18-year-old academy player, signed to the first team. The best compliment I've heard of Kramaski at a young age. He's coachable, he's eager to improve, but he loves to win. Winning was extremely difficult for Inter Miami and Kramaski until Lionel Messi, Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, and Tata Martino showed up. Since then, how do you like that? 3 wins, 1 draw, hosting a quarterfinal in the Leagues Cup. Wow.
Paxton Pamakal, the homegrown of FC Dallas, his penalty over, the only one that was missed. And Inter Miami through to face the winner of Charlotte and Houston, and to head back to South Florida. They will host that game in the quarterfinals. This is the Man of the Match presented by Geico. For bundling made easy, go to Geico.